Okay, I ran into some major problems. The gap between the two dies was way too big because basically I think they had set up the hammer for some kind of tooling and they'd lowered the cell block or something. So the cell block is too low, and then because then probably sometime in its life somebody had compensated for all of that gap by, they must have heated these and bent them in, and also maybe even bent these or they definitely lengthened these, they were too long. And then so I've put all of that back, and then it had the great big gap in the cell between the dies, and then also that meant the tup, when it would be touching the dies, this would be over halfway out of the gib before the dies touched, which is another kind of crappy thing. So I've had to bite the bullet and gonna get a new cell block made at huge expense. Like one place quoted me 10 grand, but I found another place which is a lot cheaper. I took the keys out of the top hammer block because it had two bits of rubbish in there, like they're complete rubbish, and the block is a bit soft. I can probably harden that, but the keyway looks pretty nice for its age. Can't really complain about that, but it had some complete rubbish homemade key. I'll show you that. For some reason the top block seems to have the taper in the female dovetail and not the male one, so the top one, this is parallel, but it had these two keys, like a packer and this piece of rubbish, and that was also in from the wrong end, so it would have been always coming loose and it's just not nice. So I need to make a new thicker key. They taper like 1mm per every 100 or something, or even less. It's like 60-degree angle. I've somehow got to make one of them. And yeah, I can't put the key in from the other side because of that angle. It doesn't work like that. But yeah, that's just, looks like somebody's forged this and then ground with an angle grinder. It's utter rubbish. And hopefully that'll harden up. Like, that dents for some reason, and it's been sort of changing shape. It's had a bit of a grind, but I can probably case harden that or something. Hopefully it's not too windy outside, but after I beat out the key, the dovetail in the top here was really bad. Like, you can see the block has been loose and sunken into the here and there, and this was all built up with coal dust and grease, so it actually looked alright, but then when I cleaned it, it was really bad. And then, like I was saying before about the crack and with the pin repair, and yeah, somebody must have milled this down, because I worked out I need to raise it up 2 inches with that on top of the die, made it the right height. And this die is pretty hard, but it's got a bit of misshape here from running loose, but I think we can live with that, because yeah, my plan, if the dovetail was good, I was just going to get a new bottom block made 2 inches taller, but then I run into this problem. Like, it's been welded and it had brassing packing in there and anything to get it tight, and yeah, it's really hosed. But yeah, this is going to cost a fortune to get made, unfortunately, where I am in this part of the world. Like, they reckon they can't get a cutter to go into these corners and stuff, and yeah, no one's got a shaper anymore, because these are made on a shaper. It's like a lathe, and it just sort of goes tsh, tsh, and moves along, but that's all obsolete now. And yeah, one shop wanted to make a new die which bolted down, but yeah, they don't do it They don't bolt dies down for a reason, only on shitty homemade hammers.